Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have finally another video a lot of you were waiting for, and it's, of course, as you may have seen from the thumbnail, it's Dark Magician. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here and with Jaden, with Yusei, oh my goodness, with Yugi Muto from DSOT, and my choice went on Gathering of Disciples. So, because as you might see from this build and from the thumbnail as well, I wanted to play at least a couple of Secrets of Dark Magic because they are your basic play to go into turn 2. So we know that if you go first and you have your dark magical circle plus navigation, it's all joy and happiness, because you can of course go into your banish during your opponent's turn by bringing out a couple of boys if you have the full combo, but still vulnerable to a cosmic cyclone, of course. But you know, that is the way. But I think this is the only way to go through with turn 2, you know, and I decided, now that we have no limited tree among the navigation and rod, that we can play BANLIST Reveal. So if from one point of view this BANLIST Reveal makes it easier to trigger a Destiny draw, on the other side I really do not want to play a Dark Magician girl in the deck, so that's why I'm playing this, so that when I summon the Dark Magicians, I can use its effect to special summon both the boys from deck and or graveyard, right? Yeah, deck and or graveyard. That's it. And playing something like BANLIST Reveal not only enables you to survive in some tough situations, also when you break, because maybe a lot of people do not remember this, but even when we had a triple rod and triple navigation, we still had the consistency issue that we're gonna face again now. I remember myself struggling, trying to find a way, and I remember finding a way in the balanced version. Unfortunately, the balanced version is no longer a thing anymore, because with balance now, if you activate balance, the skill, you cannot basically activate monster's effect on your main phase, so you cannot use rod, and that's why that version does not make sense anymore. But you know, to solve those consistency issue and actually to survive in case your opponent has a cyclone, very common thing these days, we have the BANLIST Reveal to survive, and this enables the access to Dark Cavalry, simply because you summon this boy, you get your life points back, and if you keep this boy on the field next turn, you can have this just by searching for rod, or with a little bit of luck you can have it among the next 3 cards on the top of your deck with Dark Magical Circle, and boom, you've got the Secrets of Dark Magic to summon a Dark Cavalry. That can still do something, believe me. Then we have the Triple Apprentice. You know, more than because of the search, Apprentice, in my opinion, is something you need to play for because it's an entrap, and because 2 of these with a monster, with a Dark Magician, 90% of the times means lethal through a monster. That's why I'm playing this at 3. Also, the other choice you have to make is between Elder of Darkness and Spellbook of Knowledge, the other limited one, but in my opinion it's always better to have this, just because the Spellbook of Knowledge will not solve a brick hand. If you have no monsters, your Spellbook of Knowledge will absolutely do nothing, while the Elder of Darkness can at least give you a try, you know, an option to try your luck. Also because we have tons of way, thanks to these link monsters, to get rid of monsters on the field, or of the Dark Magician, you know, itself, to if you wanna leave up free some room for another summon, another magician navigation. What else we have? Illusion magic, because, you know, I like the idea that with Rod you can basically search every piece of the combo. You can search for the circle to banish, you can search for the navigation, for the summon of course, and just in case if you do not have either Dark Magician nor Apprentice, at least you can search for Illusion Magic and have, you know, also the search for the Dark Magician itself. Also Illusion Magic can recycle a couple of Dark Magician from the graveyard. And this is very good because of the last point of this deck list. No Eternal Soul. So I've tested Eternal Soul myself, and in a lot of cases it can be good. In fact, you can see the the first two replays you're going to see are with Eternal Soul. Don't get me wrong, the first, one of the replays is with 2 Eternal Soul and was just 2 navigation, and the other one was 3 navigation and 1 Eternal Soul. But in the end, I decided that it's better not to, because if you had it there, you're always gonna fall for the trap. With Eternal Soul, you're so vulnerable. I think we have to leave Eternal Soul for when we're gonna have access to Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, that we still do not have, unfortunately. So that's why this is better. Another thing I wanted to say, playing the rank 6 Photon Strike Bouncer, because you might happen to have a couple of Apprentice in your hand. So of course, if you do not have 3, you can free the slot for something else. Big Guy, never used it, but it's the best among the levels, the rank 7, even more than the Ebon Illusion Magician. And what else? We have one of the best cases, guys, that I went through was not to use navigation to summon the monster, you know, to summon Dark Magician, but one of the best use case that I had for navigation was to discard it with Apprentice. I mean, if you have 1 navigation and you have the full combo, the only card that I usually go for is another navigation. So what happens is that I usually want to discard the navigation to summon Apprentice and then use the other one. So next turn, or is your opponent's turn, and you summon a Dark Magician with the navigation, you already have another navigation that was sent the previous turn to the graveyard, so you already have a negation for a spell drop. That's the thing. It's one of the best things you can go for, honestly. And guys, this is my idea. I didn't want to get rid of the CAVALRY for this. Let me know what you think. Of course, you can decide to go with the staple, the classic staple, and you're gonna play a classic version of Dark Magician. I prefer to bring you this. Just, you know, it's not that much, but it's still a little bit of spice. And that's it for the navigation. I still have some ideas in mind. Some of those were already tested and failed, so might come back with something else, but for now this is the best I've come up to. And that's all for the explanation. Sorry if it took too long, too much of your time, and we can jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay. These are all replays from the King of Games rank. We have Hero Alliance to begin with. Keep in mind that these Duel and the second one are played with Eternal Soul. This one especially with 2 Eternal Soul and 2 navigations. But as I told you in the decklist breakdown, I end up thinking and actually I came with the conclusion that not playing Eternal Soul is better. So we have a Hero Alliance deck, as you can see. And we got the Magician's Rod to search the circle. We have Eternal Soul in hand, but we got the navigation. I set 1 navigation, 1 Eternal Soul, and then I used Gathering of Disciples to get a Dark Magician girl into my deck. It's got Miracle Fusion to go into Sunrise, as you can see right there, and then a Sunrise with Liquid Soldier, so it's gonna have double draw plus the Miracle Fusion search. I went with navigation as soon as I saw that, because I just wanted to banish the Sunrise, but it turned out he's got I went for the banish, but he's got the Super Polymerization, so I cannot chain the Eternal Soul, unfortunately, because you cannot respond to Super Poly. He went with the Scooty Dow, but still we are still good. Stratos to pop the circle, and then Mythical Fusion to go into another Sunrise this time, attacking. He popped the back row, so that's why I was forced not to use it. You know, he knew I had that, so that's why I came to the conclusion of that thing, and he attacked, but we're chilling because we can just use Batting Box Reveal, keep our life points up, and he's got the Pot of Acquisitiveness to get a draw, I guess, and to recycle some heroes, but we're chilling. We got the Secrets of Dark Magic to go directly into Dark Cavalry. Then I said that's maybe not the best choice, but still I said it because I wanted to go for the Sunrise anyway, so I was chilling. It's got Stratos to pop the back row again, so probably it was better not to set it, but still, at this point, that's what I love the most. That's why I told you Apprentice is what I loved in this deck, because there you go, we have Dark Cavalry going in, Apprentice buff to go lethal even more, of course this was 4k exactly, and that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, my boys, against Playmaker and AI. Let's see what we have. It's him to go first, and it's Crusadia. I'm gonna speed things up. Magius with adding the Arborea, and then he's got the Regulex, adding the Crawler to his end. Of course, the Crusadia Equimox, plus a monster, the Drago, that he can of course tribute to negate a card on the field in my turn, and he's got a couple of set cards. It's me to go first. I started with Circle that he can just negate, but that's fine. I wanted the Apprentice to be the one non-negated because I needed to grab a Dark Magician. I discarded Navigation because I had another way to summon Dark Magician. Imagine this just being another Navigation. That's it. So we grabbed a Dark Magician, of course. He's got another negation, but for next turn, because he can only negate once per turn. So now we got the SAT, and we are just waiting at this point. It's got Equimax to negate the circle, and that's fine. Then he went with Reclusia to pop my back row that was Eternal Soul, so I could not use it. Imagine that being a navigation. Would have been so much better in my opinion. It's got the, again, Arborea to have another negation next turn, and he went with Pentastog, but still it's not gonna have lethal anyway. But we got the Batting Box Reveal that capped my life points at 4k, then Tribute Summon into Apprentice to grab another Dark Magician, and I went just for the attack at this point, and I'm waiting and chilling. It's got the Monster Reborn to get my Apprentice, but he summoned that there because if he summoned it here, actually he cannot attack with this one. That's why he wanted to pop both. Okay, now I mean it's his choice. And we got the Rod, so we could search again. He cannot stop it because he has no monster to tribute, and at this point, Gathering of Disciples, I could grab the Dark Magician Girl to my hand, so I just wound up with Secrets of Dark Magic into the Dark Magicians, as you can see, going to attack, and he avoided the destruction with the Arborea's effect from the graveyard, and then I actually wanted to kill Rod myself because I was afraid he drew into a crazy monster. He could summon a crazy monster and have lethal through the Rod. That's why I destroyed myself the Rod. That's the reason. At this point I can just attack again, no protection this time, and he's got just triple sat. At this point Circle to get another Eternal Soul, the second Eternal Soul. It's got Crackdown to stop it, but I still get the effect to draw another monster. I set the Eternal Soul, that could be just a navigation at this point, and as soon as I flip that up, he's scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. Of course, I could have just taken back the Dark Magicians by banishing the Crackdown, and that's just it. Or I would have just, banished another card and used Navigation in the graveyard to negate the Crackdown. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my boys, against Trickstars. Very good deck in these Madites. It's asked to go first, and we have basically the combo. As you can see, no Apprentice, but we got the Illusion Magic, so we have basically everything. There you go, grabbing a couple of Dark Magician. We already have the couple of Navigation, another Circle added with Circles Effect, couple Navigation there, and we're chilling, adding the Dark Magician Girl to the bottom of the deck, and it's got Trickster Festival to begin with. and you went through the Holy Angel. Let's see what else you have. The Lily Bell, and then Holy Angel to inflict a couple hundred damage. The skill, double sat and attacking. Navigation says no thank you, and I kept that navigation, the other one sat, because I wanted to have a should banish next turn. So I used the first one, and I'm going to banish one of the back rows. You know why? Because next turn the other back row can just be handled by navigation in the graveyard. So that was the plan. Rod recycling itself, very nice effect, love it. And grabbing another Dark Magician with the effect of Apprentice, so we are really chilling at this point. Second navigation, this time though to get rid of the Holy Angel that can protect itself with the effect of Trickster Festival from the graveyard, so goodbye Banish. And then Nightmare Phoenix, I went to pop that just because honestly I wanted to force it, even if I could negate it. I didn't, because I could just flip my Dark Magician back up. At this point I can just go with the Rod, drawing that. At this point I wanted to go honestly into the Nightmare Unicorn, because I was afraid of the Entrap in his hand, so I wanted to get rid of this. But instead I just attacked, so even if he used something, I had this, I also have the Secrets of Dark Magic to go for lethal, even if he had tons of life points. And there you go, the Dark Magician are here to finish the job. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Fourth duel, my boys, we have Rockets. It's us to go first. We kinda have everything, because Rod to search the circle, where they have the navigation, we have the Apprentice. With the circle I grabbed another navigation, the hands I love. Apprentice discarding one of the navigation, grabbing another magician. We already have a navigation, so we're chilling. We have already a negation of a spell card in the graveyard. And then I went, of course, into Artemis, because I wanted to make sure the Rod is in the graveyard, because next turn, when we activate navigation, we're gonna recycle the Rod, tributing the Artemis. That's why she is here. So he went with the Mystical Space Typhoon, and I don't care. Even if this was an Eternal Soul, my whole plan was, you know, throw to hashes. Instead we have navigation, we can just activate that. It's true we have no banish, but still we have a Dark Magician on the field plus an Apprentice. We grab another Dark Magician, Rod recycling itself for next turn, so that we're really chilling. And plus we have a negation for a spell trap card. It's got the Borer Launch, exactly what we needed. We waited for him to activate the effect. There you go, negated by navigation, no Xyz, no Synchro Summon for you. I'm sorry my man, just a sad card. So at this point, Allier of Darkness to grab a double draw, and I just attacked at this point because I didn't care about nothing. You know why? Because these can be negated. We have another navigation, the one that we activated during his turn, that now has an effect from the graveyard, so we're chilling. I can just go for lethal through double Apprentice. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Fifth win in a row. What a duel this was. We have Raging Pendulum. One of, I think, if not, I think it's tier 2 probably, right? So we can speed things up. This thing has Magistus with it, so he's got basically everything. But I guess he messed up something probably, because the end board was not something I was expecting. He's got the Noble Dragon, he went for the Xyz, the Shooting Riser to make it level 3, and then he's got the Magician's Invocation, as you can see right there, and then there you go, he's got a set card I was not expecting. He's got the Spell Spirit, the AWAS to yoink one of my monster, and he's got a Excel Synchro, but not for Trishula. So level 7 probably clear win, we'll see. Rods to begin with, but it's got the warning point. Guess what? Secrets of Dark Magic, and it's got the effect of Riser straight away. So Riser to summon Clearwing, that's fine. Then we have the Dark Magicians to go second thing, and then we have Illusion Magic. Probably not the best thing to summon this. I could have gone into Cavalry. No, okay, I could have not gone into Cavalry. I remember myself doing this reasoning again, actually back in the duel, because if I went into Cavalry right now, if he targets cavalry, I can negate with cavalry, but he can negate cavalry with the clear wing. So that's why this was the solution. So I, ending the man phase, he used the effect of Iwas to target my Dark Magician. I had to go into Illusion Magic to recycle a couple of Dark Magician, one from the graveyard and one from the deck. So the Iwas gets sent to the graveyard. So if you activate the effect and the monster he targets leaves the field, the Iwas just gets sent to the graveyard, so you get rid of it. We have navigation, so we're chilling. It's got the Off Dragon, recycling the Noble Dragon, and then it's got a Pendulum Summon right there into the Dice Pendulum Dragon, and there you go. The Dragon Pete to pop the navigation. If this was Eternal Soul, I would have lost. But navigation is that, says no thank you, you can pop me. I'm just gonna activate myself, summoning an Apprentice and Dark Magician. Guess what? Another Dark Magician to my hand, plus Rod recycling itself. I know I could have saved the Apprentice, but the point is, they're just gonna play around it. They can just attack the Apprentice first. So that's why I recycle it, to get the Rod again, so I can have my combo again. It's got Noble Dragon, but still no XC summon. He popped one, then he attacked, but guess what? I have still full life points thanks to Bodyboxer Bill. We got Rod again to grab the Circle, then Circle hopping into the third navigation, exactly what we got. Then Artemis into the then into the Nightmare Phoenix to discard one of the Dark Magicians to pop one of the skills to be chillin' and avoid him Pendulum summoning again. But guess what? It's got Pendulum Call to grab Dragon Pete again and the Wisdom Eye. So he went into the Dragon Pit at this point. Navigation to banish one of the skill, because even if he grabbed the Wisdom Eye Magician, he cannot use its effect, because with the Pendulum Call you cannot pop. Even him cannot pop its own skill. So we're chilling. Circle to banish that. A Rod to recycle itself once again. Look at that. And then it's got the Wisdom Eye Magician. It went with the effect of Dragon. Guess what? Magician Navigation can negate. He went for the Pendulum Summon only of level 3 and 4 actually. He went with that. He's got Artemis as well, plus Magistus of Vere, but at that point he just hand his time. I was honestly fully in control. There was nothing more you could do. That's how you do it. I also had the Apprentice in my hand ready. Rod next turn to grab another Secrets of Dark Magic just in case. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, another 3 win streak. Let's see what we have. Again guys, all from King of Games rank. It's him to go first, another Raging Pendulum. So let's see what he has. The Wisdom Eye to look for the Off Dragon, Raging Pendulum of course, revealing the 2 dragons. Let's see his hand board. Is this a Magistus one as well? Yep, we have Leona grabbing the Invocation. It's got the Shooting Riser, it's got the Magistus Invocation. As you can see, again, not the best hand board. We got Rods to begin with, so we know these can yoink. We have to be careful about that. I went with Circle, and then I just attacked that, because with Apprentice I can just get rid of it. And then Illusion Magic to finish up the combo. We have Navigation ready for next turn. It's got Off Dragon Magician, Navigation to go straight away. So once that he used the effect, I can use the Navigation to pop. Maybe I should have done that before, but still, you know, I went for the Apprentice as well to grab another Dark Magician. And there you go, boom, goodbye to Off Dragon. Unfortunately, he's got the Wisdom Eye, so he can use that again. But he already decided what to look for, you know, so to recycle from the extra deck face up. He went for the Pendulum Summon, and it's got Time Breaker, but no level 7, so he missed a level 4. We're chilling still, so I just start attacking the Camelot, and I can just wait because I have Navigation in my hand. So Off Dragon to recycle. Guess what? My Navigation says no, thank you. And Rod to recycle itself to grab itself again back to my hand. Time Breaker, and then he's going for lethal at this point, summoning a the Endymion, equipping itself with the effect of Real Leona, so now he has lethal. But you know what? Boxer Bill says no thank you, we are chillin'. So now we have the chance to go full combo again, Rod to grab a secret of dark magic, and then a Lure of Darkness to get a nice another drop basically. Gathering of Disciples, Secrets of Dark Magic to go into the Dark Magicians. At this point I can just attack Circle to grab a Navigation and to have an extra draw thanks to the Dark Magicians. There you go, setting the Navigation, getting rid of the Magicians, and now we are chilling. So Timebreaker again, off Dragon to recycle, and then it's got the Dark Magician to have an additional draw, so we are chilling. Let's see if he has the stuff for Trishula, but as soon as he clocked his field, you know what, Navigation to summon a Dark Magician from my hand, and Dark Magician Girl from the deck to banish the only tuner, so he can only see summon. Timebreaker to get rid of that, of my Dark Magicians, and then he went to pop one of the circle. I don't understand why, honestly, but still he's got Dark Rebellion to go for lethal. He actually targeted the Dark Magician Girl, then he went for the Apprentice. What a bad move, because guess what, Apprentice number 2 just did the job. Nothing you can do at this point. I can just go for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my idea, my version of Dark Magician past ban list. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.